Hey guys, welcome to yet another video today. Before we begin, I would like to thank you guys for all the support that you have given me for my live stream video. One of the common questions that I get from you guys is which hardware to invest for live streaming. Should you invest in an audio interface or should you invest in a mixer that has USB capabilities built in? My name is Cheng and I'm a freelance guitarist here in Singapore. If you're new here, have a look around the channel, and if you like what you see, consider subscribing. Before I let you guys in on my opinion on whether you should invest in the audio interface or the mixer, let's go over some of the things I've learned after I use both of them. The audio interface is a hardware that improves the sonic capabilities of your computer. Basically, what this means is that an audio interface is like an external sound card where you plug in your speakers and your headphones in. Now usually, audio interface also comes with microphones and instruments input to help home-based musicians to quickly record their music into their DAW, digital audio workstations. If you don't know what is a DAW, it looks something like this. Sometimes it looks a bit complicated, like what you see in the studio. Yeah, that kind of stuff. These interfaces usually support phantom power as well, so that you can connect your condenser microphone into your interface to have studio quality sounding microphone recorded straight into your DAWs. Moving on to the audio mixer, in a nutshell, these are the kind of consoles you see at live entertainment venues where bands plug in their instruments, their microphones, and they output a mixed signal for the show. Depending on what mixer you can have an access to a few basic features that we require for a show. A mixer looks something like this. You have your different microphone inputs, EQ, your phantom power, and panning effect capabilities built into a single board. You can then mix all your signals together and push them out to the main fader where it will go into your speakers. These are good for live shows and live jamming studios for band rehearsals as well. Okay, now that we know what each individual hardware does, let's go ahead and compare the pros and cons specifically for live streaming. The pros of having an interface are portable, lightweight, sometimes it's USB powered so that you don't have to have an external power source to power the device up. It's easy to connect and set up, great sound coming out from your computer. They can be expanded, meaning you can add more inputs if you need, but it requires more hardware and it's gonna be expensive. Actually, the entry-level audio interface are quite affordable, but if you want better sounding, better quality, you have to invest in a lot more. So now here's the problem with having an interface. You need to install a digital audio workstation. Some might cost money and you need to invest in a certain amount of time to understand a lot of the functions inside the DAW to get the most out of your interface. It doesn't come with built-in effects. The most you have is your gain knob and your phantom power. Also, you need to learn how to do audio post-production to get the best audio output for your projects. The pros of having a mixer are you can use it for band rehearsals for live shows. Some mixers come with USB connectivity to allow you to record the stereo output of your show. This is good for syncing up videos and audio together for your band's portfolio. Some mixers have built-in effects so that you don't have to keep worrying about a lot of things that you don't have. Physical faders, which is good because you can actually feel and hear the sounds as you push up and down. While it takes some time to get all the EQ or effects and your mix correct, it's actually kind of worth it in the end. The cons of having a mixer. It is a bit pricey if you are looking for a mixer that has built-in effects on all the kind of capabilities that you are looking for a live show. It's quite bulky and heavy sometimes to carry around unless you get something like the Zoom L8. The affordable mixers with the USB connections and basic sound effects that you need sometimes doesn't come with multi-track recording, so you might have to spend a bit more to get one with multi-tracking.
He roller coaster got early warning, he got muddy water, he won't mojo filter.
Not that you actually need it, but yeah, it's good to have one. At this point in time, if you are learning something from this video, please help me hit the like button so that it will really help me out for others to see this video. Both of these hardware can be linked up to your OBS studio for live stream purpose. Now here's one of the common problems that we face after setting up the whole live stream. EQ. You know, you have your microphones, you know, like your basic vocal microphone, your Shure SM58, your Sennheiser E935, or like what I have, the SE Electronic V3 microphone, which I just unboxed a few weeks ago. The thing is that these microphones work very well with both pieces of hardware that we mentioned here today, but in my opinion, these microphones require some kind of processing to make it sound even better than they are supposed to be. To make it sound good, we have to EQ our microphones or our instruments. This means cutting out unwanted frequencies and boosting the nice frequencies in your mix. You know, sometimes you hear people, they are super muffled, it's because they have some kind of low frequencies that's rumbling in their mix. And whenever we talk, some of the lower frequencies might cover up the nicer frequencies in our tone. So we want to eliminate that. The way I see it, a live stream is actually a live show, just that it's not face to face, but it's being broadcasted from your computer to the world. The question is, which is better, the audio interface or the mixer for your live stream? Okay, to solve the problem of EQing from your audio interface, you need to insert the EQ plugins into your channels in your digital audio workstation and download some kind of plugin to transfer your DAW output to your audio input in OBS. This can be done easily if you found the right plugins, but some people are very afraid to download multiple plugins to install them on their computers because they might be scared that it can contain spyware or like viruses. One of the plugins that I use on my Reaper is called Livestream, where it enables my Reaper to talk to my OBS. Sounds very complicated, right? I know, yes, it does sound very complicated. If you want a simpler option, I'll prefer to go with the mixer instead. So for example, my Yamaha MG12XU, it has 6 XLR inputs, it has onboard compression, it has EQ, it has the panning, everything that I actually need for a live show itself. Also, one of the reasons is because I am the kind of person that prefers to do everything on board before I have to touch my computer. I will make sure that everything sounds good on my mixer board before I transfer everything to my computer. Simple as that. Hardware first and then software. If you're someone who wants to invest equipment for your live stream and you don't like computer software, you don't like to figure out a lot of things like what kind of plugins to download, or like, am I downloading the right plugin? What if I download this plugin and then it creates more problems for me? I would say invest in a mixer then. However, if you are someone who loves to use their DAWs and you like to figure things out as you go, you like the DAW kind of quality sounds that you have, or you have even spent some money downloading or buying good sounding plugins, I would say invest in a better interface. But usually people who buy their own plugins, they already know the differences between an audio interface and a cell mixer. Okay, I'm probably gonna get criticized if I just tell you outright to invest in a mixer, because sometimes the sound coming out from the mixer is not exactly the best quality sound. But you know what? For people who are listening to your live stream, I think the sound don't really matter because they are listening from their phones or like from whatever laptops they are on. For myself, I use my mixer for my live stream shows if I'm doing any kind of live streaming that involves instruments, involves vocal effects. But I still use my Audient ID14 connected to my Adams A3X speakers just for Netflix. So I kinda get why people are angry. Anyway, that's all from me today. I hope I helped you guys with something. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for your time. I hope you gained something from my experience on using these hardware. If you haven't liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye bye. How to sing a video. I need some bass traps. I need some bass traps in this place. It's like there's this resonant frequency that's going on. Anyway, after I use both. It's called after, walao. Microphone and instruments inputs to help home-based musicians to quickly. These are the kind of consoles that you see during entertainment.